Hello, everyone. Well, that was an interesting voice at the start. It doesn't matter what battle game music I have because you can't hear it anyway. Hello. Great way to start. Everyone at the MMC. Hello. How are we doing? I'm doing something a bit different today. Um, if anyone is confused, you should be. There's no snake. There's no snake. There's no snake in his boots. So, I guess that Reggie Lecky just gets to do whatever it wants. Yay! Amazing. So, I wanted to be telling a bit of a story. I've never done this before, so I don't know how this is going to go. Uh, yeah. Also, I just kind of named them all like normal people names. That'll maybe come in. Something might happen with that. With the story that I'm telling. But here we go. Let's get stuck into our first game, shall we? Now, all these characters, all my Pokemon, have their own personas. I'm going to try my very best to show them as I'm playing. I hope you'll find it amusing, or at least a little bit amusing. I may not be going into the decisions that I've made on my team very much. Alright, here we go. Into the battle. Alright. Let's see if I can actually do this by myself. Ba 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 ba. Hope you will enjoy my story that I haven't written at all and will be made on the fly. Oh, it's a Darkrai! Alright. So the story starts. We've got a man of many hands. And we've got Junior. Now, Junior is really excitable. Junior really likes to, not really kind of think later and just kind of do things. So I'm just going to click moves the second that I see Regieleki out. Because, Junior's a bit overexcited. He's his first battle. He's got to get a bit of the jitters out. He's just got to really get those nerves out to start off with. I'm starting off very well right now. So hopefully just getting this first move off might we might really see his real self come out. We really hope. Really, Junior's a bit scared, so he's going to go back to his ball, and he's going to bring one of his friends out. Right? We're going to bring the being of knowledge out. Now, Aspen here. Aspen's an ally to everyone. Aspen really likes, they're a bit scared as well. It's okay. Sometimes it's a bit scary. Now, Aspen's a bit of a sage. Aspen's just kind of, you have any problems, you come to Aspen, right? They really like helping people out. I'm really bad at this. They just kind of, exist. They just like existing. They just don't really get in other people's faces. They just kind of like to sleep a lot. That's why their eyes are always closed. They just like to, just in general, be helpful, be nice, be kind. Help people out. I know I've said that like 6 times now, but I don't really have anything else to say because I'm just waiting, and it's hard to just randomly ramble about random things about a story. That Sylveon! What an icon. We love Sylveon. That might try and set up on me. Now, Sylveon might try and Sylveon likes to be around a little bit, So they might try and do that. I don't know. Maybe we might try and, show our sage mystical power off to this Sylveon. I think I like that idea. We've got to show off our amazing thoughts processor. Whoa. They seem to be quite resistant to that. How much does this do? A little bit. That's okay. They've got to make sure that they're refreshed, so they're having a little snack. That's good. Everyone remember to have a little snack. We want to share some more sage knowledge with them. Now, the first time they were a little bit resistant to it. Maybe this time they'll like it a little bit. Maybe we're just trying to give them some tips to try and help them with their singing. You know, try and keep their throat nice and lubricated. That kind of stuff. All right, that's another hyper voice. See, they're singing quite loudly. I don't know if this will get me enough HP to live another one. Now, after giving some sage advice... Oh, okay. We sometimes need to have a bit of a nap. See? They just really like having a nap after their advice. Ba 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 ba. Right. Now, naps don't stop Aspen. Aspen doesn't like being that just sleep in the middle of something, don't really worry about it. So they like to be active while they're sleeping. Sometimes it doesn't really work out for them. Sometimes it does. Oops. Well, goodbye, Aspen. They weren't ready for Aspen's knowledge. Oh, Harry comes out. Now, Harry's a bit of a fragile one, as you can tell, based on the fact that their entire body is made of ice. Harry's had some problems with some people in the past. Just because he likes to, be forward. However, can't really take any criticism. Can't really take anything like that. They're a bit fragile, as I said before. They really like, being out there, that kind of stuff. But yeah, sometimes it's a bit hard for them because they don't really, take that criticism very well, and they're a bit conscious about. Ooh, see, sometimes they don't really. Sometimes it works out for them though. Sometimes they, Sometimes they, so forward that they freeze their opponents in place. Obviously, so that's good. However, he doesn't really like seeing a man with such large hands. He's a bit. How do I put this? He's a bit jealous. He's a bit off-put by the giant hands. So he's gonna have to swap out and take a break right now. Harry's gonna have to take a break because he's a bit jealous of the big hands. So John here. John's a bit of a kind of just doesn't really let a whole lot affect him. However, he's very, very set in his ways. Sometimes he says some things and gets a lot of attention from certain people. The kind of attention that you don't really want. Less fragile, but very, very, again, still very set in his ways. Some might call him. He's been known to be a little bit stubborn, a little bit hard to get to. See, sometimes he gives off this aura that people just don't want to be around them. Alright, that's good. That's good. Just reinforcing his views there. I think I might get hit by a roar, by the way. But that's okay, because not a lot of people agree with John's views, and a lot of them want him to just go away sometimes. So, you know what? Honestly, completely fair. What comes in though? Harry comes back in. See, I don't see Harry sees these characters such as this Sylveon, and he's a bit threatened. He doesn't exactly. He feels a bit threatened in front of things such as a Sylveon. He's a bit insecure in that way. That's probably his wish. Anyway. Wow, that was something. I think we're just going to continue. Yeah, there's the wish. Prayers. We're going to go for a... I mean, personally, I wish I wasn't anywhere near Harry. Harry, with their insecurities, little bit of compensating for something. Alright. Nah, I think she's a bit shy at the moment. She doesn't really want to come out right now. However, I do think that nah, you know what? She's a bit shy, but she's happy to introduce herself to such an ally as Sylveon. Now, Chris here. Chris is a bit scared of what they can do. Chris is a bit doesn't really like causing much violence. They're a bit scared of what they can do. However, when their team needs them, they'll kind of just go, whatever, fine. And they get a bit angry sometimes. Not angry. They get a bit frustrated sometimes when they get forced into certain situations. So, in this situation, she's forced to come out even though she was a bit shy. So what we're gonna do? So she got to let it out. She got to let it out in the big man with the big hands. Now, unfortunately, she does when she does this, she gets a little bit tired. So the next time it doesn't do as much. However, we are going. She's still so annoyed at her situation that she has to. Well, she has to exist like this. She has to hurt other people to help her friends, which she doesn't exactly like. But she just wants to get it over with, you know. You know what I'm talking about? Just like when you're forced to not do something, and then you're just like, well, if I have to, then I may as well get it over with as fast as possible. So we'll just take it where we get it, and we take out the big scary man. Unfortunately, he was a bit taken back by Harry's interesting views. That's why he got a bit frozen by it. And I mean, who isn't taken back by Harry's views? Bet this is what was not what all of you were expecting. This is not what I was expecting. But, you know, look, let's just get through it together, alright? Now, I know, Chris is a bit scary. No one really wants to come meet her. After, you know, removing one of their friends. Quite aggressively, I might say. But, you know, we Oh, it's the moth! It's the pretty moth! Very fitting. Very good choice. Although, I will say very good choice, but Chris is a bit scared of moths. So she's gonna have to leave this. She's gonna have to leave this a little bit. I don't remember what this thing gets. So we're gonna have to swap it out a little bit. We're gonna have to change it up. We're gonna have to get our shy little junior to come out and see what they can do with the moth. They're giving us a little dance. That's cute. I think Junior is gonna have to take one for the team here. Now I know that stealth rock is a thing, but that's fine. Junior's just so eager just to get into it, just to start showing what he's worth. That he's gonna just start attacking. See, he's so eager to start what they're doing that they're gonna get a sneaky little crit there, which is fantastic. Oh yeah, it's a trapping move. Now we're gonna click Volt Switch just in case they miss. They've done their bit. They're gonna try and go back to safety. See how that works. I hope it works for them, personally. We'll see how it goes. You know, this whole think first, questions later attitude. Alright, well, did I get a boost? I don't know. Poor Junior. Look, he's happy he's done what he needs to do for the team. He's happy he's helped out. But now we got Harry. Back to Harry. Harry's back. Now, Harry doesn't like moths very much. Harry thinks that moths are just they just exist. They're just kind of annoying. Harry thinks that they're just kind of there, actually. And he doesn't like that they're just kind of there. He wants them to, you know, actually do something rather than just be attracted to light. So what he's done here is he's set up a little moth trap by putting a massive light on top of himself, just to attract the moth, and then he's going to squash it. That's his whole plan. That's all he wanted to do today, which I think is a bit, you know, I think it's a bit mean to the moths, actually. I quite like the moth. But, you know, Harry has other plans for the moth. You know, moths have hurt him too much in the past, because, you know, he's a bit fragile, and they like to, you know, really prey on that fragility sometimes. What the fuck am I on about? Now, we're just gonna make it snow. Why are we gonna make it snow? Because I felt like it. No, that's not why. Because Harry likes to be very healthy, you know, and the cold really, you know, helps him on his exercise routine and to stay healthy. So yeah, if he stays nice and healthy with his nice cold exercise routine, then nothing can really get to him. See, even this singing... Even the singing can't really get to him. Like, I'm sure Sylveon has a lovely voice. However, Harry doesn't really like it. So he's just going to keep... He's just going to keep working out, keep exercising, keep being healthy. Just kind of sit here for a little bit. Now, as much as Harry is doing his thing, we do actually need Harry later. Unfortunately, Harry is actually kind of important. And if we keep going, we will lose this. So we're going to bring in Lake. Now, Lake is a bit of a... really wants to get things done kind of person. You know, he doesn't really like to mess around, just wants to get things done. Just also, they know that they can really use their... They know that they can use a lot of their tools to their arsenal, but this time they just decided to choose violence with their very offensive set that they've brought here. They've decided to really, take matters into their own hands, use their fists, kind of thing. The things that we all love to see. Not really, but yes, I know you all wanted me to click the funny button. I am not stupid enough to click the funny button in front of a Pokemon that knows Protect. But the headbutt just kind of bounces off. This Sylveon is kind of annoying. But you know what? That's fine. That just means that he could stick around a little bit longer. And we love that. Let's go swap into a Greninja. I want to go into this. See, this might take a little bit longer. This might take a while. We've got Aspen back. Yay, Aspen! Oh, that hyper voice did a lot. I've had one turn of sleep, so I can sleep talk. Because, our knowledge is not always necessary, not always needed, so they just had to sleep. But, here you go, you get some knowledge anyway. Here you go. Let's see what knowledge we get. We get some, you know what, sometimes you need to use other people's, sometimes you need to share in other people, Share your troubles with other people so then you can feel a little bit better. Alright, well, I think we live another hit. See, Aspen will tank these. Easy. Always. Obviously we get more wise power. Now, I think that they're going to go for a Wish or a Protect or something because they think I'm going to go for Rest. I don't think they're going to attack me. Oh, maybe they will just attack me. Yeah, they probably will just attack me. I'm going to go for Rest. Sleepy time! Now, I don't mean to say that I'm trying to stall a Pokemon out of all their PP of their only move that can do any damage. I don't mean to suggest that. You'd be obviously wrong if you thought that that's what I was doing. However, because I'm not doing it, Aspen's doing it. Obviously. It's just the way they work. Now I know this is not quite the high octane loud gameplay that you're used to from me. For some people, but I mean, sometimes you just gotta chill. You gotta take a back seat. You gotta tell a story. Now I don't know how well I'm doing with said story. Probably not doing that well, actually. Um. Ooh. See, Sage Power is good. Oh, well, or not. Alright, so we have one turn asleep. Let's remember that for later. Back to Chris. Now, Chris has been forced out again when they don't really want to participate here. So, she's a bit annoyed at that. And I think we all know what's about to happen. She's going to have a bit of a tantrum. About it. See how we go. See how much this does. I don't think... Fish, 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 fish. The fish is very pretty. So while we wait to see what happens, what the next thrilling part of the story is, Sylveon gets on the receiving end of fish. Now they did survive, so they are going to use Protect probably. I would suggest that they're going to use Protect. So this is time for Lake to shine. Because while this Sylveon has been a little bit of a problem, Lake believes that we can get through it together. Whee! Ooh, Sylveon swapped. Interesting. Braviary. Okay. Now, I want to check what you can turn into, because I don't remember. So let's just get that one up. Go away, recording software. I don't know. Alright, I probably should check how much time I have left. I don't know how much time I have. I have plenty of time. Well, fine. Okay, that's what you can turn into. Be whoever you want. Turn into whatever you want, you know? Who said you had to be a bird? I mean, really. I really want to do it. Not on Braviary. Not on Braviary. Bonk. Now, what is the Braviary going to do? Maybe you just go for like agility or something? I don't know. But it's fine, because John's here to help out. Or do we want to go to Aspen? We'll go to John. I know this can use superpower, but, oh well. John's stubbornness to survive will be fine. Oh, it's bulk up. Okay. Oops, that's the wrong move. Oh well. Maybe John just got really annoyed at the bird and just wanted to, just wanted to hit. Just got really annoyed and just wanted to attack. Didn't want to worry about, proving how stubborn they are. Because realistically, who needs to? Ooh, they're going to have a sparkly gem on their head. Sparkly bird. Sorry, it's not a bird anymore. It's now a creature of pure aggression. Ooh, it's fighting type now. They use close combat. Well, maybe body press was the correct play. Oh, John! Good job, John. Do I need John for anything else? I don't think so. John, you've done your job. Stubborn John's done his job. Good job, John. You've done your bit. Now, John isn't happy about this. John's a bit annoyed that he got hit by that. So he's going to take it up with this breviary. Alright? He thinks he can take another one. He thinks he can still going. He thinks that he lived one, so he's going to live another one. Now, we all know that that's not possible. As we could literally see that. John, however, doesn't care. John would like to stick around because he thinks that no matter what, he thinks he's undefeatable, an immovable wall. No one could possibly bring him down. Now, he's about to learn that that's possible, that someone can bring him down. It's actually quite easy. Now, they know that this is faster. They're -1 defense. I know I have Zen Headbutt. The Greninja is still alive. So I'm going to click U-turn. Because Lake likes, just thinks it's not quite time just yet. It's not quite time to, start exploding on everyone. So they're just going to run away for a bit. Oh. It's the Sylveon! Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Poor Sylveon. They tried their best. Now look, the Reggie brothers aren't doing so hot right now. This is their last survivor. Fragile Harry with a glowing moth trap. Which, by the way, worked spectacularly. Good job, Harry, for your glowing moth trap. Now, I don't know what's going to come in here. It might be the bird. Could be the bird. It's not the bird. It's a frog. Hello, frog. We're going to zap the frog. Because, Harry... we've said that he doesn't like moths, right? He also doesn't like frogs very much. So, we're going to zap the frog. See, Harry just has that kind of presence about him that people they hear him and then they just kind of have to double take and they're like, what? Sometimes it freezes, sometimes it's a moment of paralysis. Goodbye, Harry. We're done with your shit for today. Oh, it has Battle Bond. It has a really strong bond with the rest of its team. That's good to know. Da-da-da-da-da. I don't know if this is faster or not. So it's... No, this Pokemon's faster than that other Pokemon. So we're going to use this. We're going to use Lake. Lake likes, to make sure that their friends are okay. And they know that they're quite fast. Yeah, I feel like I would have maybe, potentially, just lost if the paralysis didn't happen. But, it's called plot armor. I'm telling a story. I would bet that they're not telling a story. So, I think it's just plot armor. Now, Chris is just kind of here now. They're just here to be honest, they're just kind of here as bait right now. I'll be fully real with you. They're just here for bait for that. Because our good friend Aspen here knows that Chris doesn't really like using their power. So they just told them to try and, get out there, see the world, but don't really engage in what's happening. Just kind of like see what's happening, then come back in. Then come back for a rest. Don't really exert yourself too much because you've been upset quite a lot. You've had to let out your rage on a couple things. So you know what? Let's just time for a bit of a chill. So just go out, look around a bit, and then Aspen will take over. Good job, Aspen. Now there is one more turn of sleeping. Shadow Ball. Okay. Bonk. Oh. That did quite a lot. I think Aspen might faint while it's sleeping. It'd be very poetic if it got rest, actually. Mystical Power. Good job, Aspen. You got an attack in. Didn't really do much, but, you know, it did something. That's all good. Boop. Goodbye, Aspen. You have to go in your sleep, unfortunately. Was it? That's Shadow Ball, right? The Shadow Ball KO me with Life Orb? I don't know. Now, there are multiple ways to find that out. There's this thing called a damage calculator. However, I don't care. I didn't ask. I'm going to click this. Ba 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 ba. Like just really likes getting in, doing a little bit, then coming out. Getting in, doing a little bit, coming out. Getting in, doing a little bit, coming out. I think I've only clicked U-turn. I mean, in this case, it's just like... It's weird using U-turn offensively, I'll be honest, but, you know, it's happening. Come on, like... Now, I think they're just thinking about if Shadow Ball KOs or not. Now, this Deoxys is plotting. He's plotting. He thinks that this Deoxys just wants to save themselves. Obviously. Boop. The Deoxys just thinks that if they save themselves, then they'll be okay. Ba, 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 ba. Chris, once again, has to use their power in a way that they don't really want to. But they're not that annoyed at it. All right. This other team has taken away a lot of their teammates. Now we can't really call them friends, right? Chris doesn't really like many of them. They're a bit too hard-headed for her. Most of them. Now she likes Aspen, so they've taken out Aspen. So she's a bit annoyed at that, but now she really wants to take out this Deoxys, but unfortunately, this Deoxys thinks they're Superman. That's why they have superpower. Maybe I should have swapped to Lake there. Oh well. We've got our last soldier here. She knows it's all on her. If I click explosion, I lose. She knows it's all on her. She knows she'll survive. She trusts that she'll survive. They'll survive. They have the will to live this hit, as you might say. As the being of willpower, they have the plot armor, as shown, that they'll survive this hit. The being of willpower, it's all up to you. Just shows that if you have a strong will, then you can make it through. What am I even talking about? Anyway, battle's over. I hope you enjoyed my trying to turn the game into a story. I definitely didn't get very incredibly lucky at all. What could you possibly mean? Um, I don't know what you could possibly mean. I don't think I could have got more lucky if I tried, actually. So just to prove, just in case anyone wanted to know, just have fun with things and then you win. Obviously, that's how that works. So I hope you enjoyed my story. It might get a little bit better next week. It might get a little bit worse next week. I guess we'll never find out, actually. Actually, no, we will find out. You know, the next week is going to happen. So, like, yeah. I hope you enjoyed my story. I hope you enjoyed me repeating myself about 7,000 times. Uh, yeah. Anyway, see you all later. Thanks for the battle. Please don't hate me if you listen to this recording. I was taking everything not very seriously. Alright, bye bye!